Hello there. My name is AJ, and I will be your host for these 3 facts that we will be doing today. If you are wondering what exactly I am, well, honestly, I don't really know myself. The creator of this YouTube channel didn't really give me much instruction on what exactly I am. And if you're wondering why just 3 facts, well, the creator of this YouTube channel didn't tell me that either. But I will be bestowing upon you some information that you might find very interesting. So without further ado, let us get started. You're aware that we're starting off by talking about animals in this video. So let us begin with koalas. Let me start off by asking you a question. Have you ever looked at a koala and said, that animal looks dumb? Well, if you have, first of all, that's rude. You should never bully anything or anybody. And second of all, you're technically right. Still rude, but technically right. And to explain the reason for this, let me just show you a little something. This is what an average human brain looks like. In fact, many animals have these vast amount of wrinkles in their brains. And this is what a koala's brain looks like. Notice how it's almost completely smooth. Now, this is very important as these wrinkles are actually folds. That is right, your brain is folded. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been able to fit in your skull. The folds also increase the surface area for neurons, which are very important for thoughts and thinking. The koala's smooth brain basically means that it doesn't have that many neurons and lacks high-level cognition and understanding, which is actually something many other animals actually have. What this basically means is that you could basically put a plate of leaves, which is something the koalas eat a lot of, in front of them, and they honestly would not know what to do with it. Add to the fact that koalas are also very picky of what they eat. The reason the koalas won't understand what to do with those leaves is because they're not in a tree. Koalas usually feed on eucalyptus leaves, which is a very toxic plant and doesn't provide them with much nutrition. Though from time to time they will, however, venture to other trees that aren't eucalyptus and eat the leaves from those. However, they don't really get much nutrients from the eucalyptus leaves that basically make up most of their diet. So occasionally they will, however, have to eat dirt. This is because the dirt that's on the ground actually contains more nutrition and minerals than the leaves that they eat. So, koalas eat dirt. Now, let us move on to our next fact, since I'm not going to dwell too much on koalas. The next animal we will be talking about is the whale. Now, I'm fairly sure that most of you already know that a whale is a mammal. They give birth to live young, they nurse with milk, they're warm blood, but most of you might not know that they actually have hair. You see, before whales are born, they're actually covered in a layer of hair called lanugo, and some of them even keep this hair as adults. Have I managed to pique your interest in whales yet? Well, if not, let us continue. As you see, like all mammals and tetrapods, whales are descended from ancient fish that crawled onto land, approximately 375 million years ago. But for some reason, these creatures, I don't know why, I definitely wasn't there at the time, certainly not, these creatures turned around and went back into the water. Just so we're clear, I mean they evolved back to go back into the water. This led to there not just being one type of whale, there's many different types, but we've been able to categorize them into 2 main types. Toothed whales, also known as odontists, granted I may be mispronouncing that, and as the name implies, these include all the whales with teeth, such as orcas and dolphins. And baleen whales, or mysticetes, these are the whales that don't exactly have teeth, but more of those frill things, such as the humpback whale. Now, even though that you know that whales are derived from land animals, you may still be surprised to know that whales actually do still have ears. But their ear canals are no longer open to the outside, because of their deep diving. But interestingly enough, their ears still do produce earwax, a lifetime's worth to be precise. And since they have no way of emptying this wax out or noticing that it's even there, they don't exactly have a way to clean it out, and it sort of builds up throughout their lifetime. In fact, form a kind of earplug within the whale. In fact, once whales die, scientists can actually harvest these earplugs and use them to study the diet and the hormone level of the whale every year it was alive. Like a really disgusting sort of tree rings for whales. Well, that's all I'm going to say for right now about whales. Let's move on to our last animal for this section. Well, rather this video. Last animal we will be talking about today, we will be talking about the platypus, the semi-aquatic egg-laying mammal with a beaver tail and a bill. Let's get started, shall we? Now, we all know that platypuses are native to Australia, and you might know a few facts since the song Semi-Aquatic Egg-Laying Mammal. But did you know that while a platypus is diving, they actually are able to close their eyes, nose, and ears? Not only that, their bill can also detect electrical signals given off by animals. This is how, of course, they find their foods, which usually consists of worms and shrimp. But all of that pales in comparison to our newest discovery, as apparently one scientist decided it would be a delightful idea to shine a black light on the fur of a platypus and discovered something quite fascinating. As it would appear that under the light of a blacklight, a platypus fur actually glows in the dark. We have no idea why it does this, and we're still researching it. But I'm afraid, my friends, that is where this video ends. I do look forward to seeing you next time, and take care. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe so that we may continue to grow as a channel and bring you more information. Oh, we also do requests as to what information we look up. So if you wish, give us a little hint on what you want to know.